Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Rise of Kingdoms gameplay episode from your very own Shappy Gaming. Ask and you shall receive. Today we are going to be covering a much requested event and very strategically recorded, and that is Pre-KvK. You've asked for it. You know, I've wanted to cover it, and it needed to be the right time. And so we're here. And so the first thing that we're going to be talking about with Pre-KvK is Marauders. Stage 1 of Pre-KvK is Marauders. They are, in my opinion, the best way to spend AP that there is. Like, that's just my opinion. I think that it's better than KvK Barbs, it's better than Forts, it's better than Marauder Forts, which we'll be covering in a bit. That is, in my opinion, the best way to spend AP. But don't just take my word for it. Let's see what the rewards are. So, I have not changed this. I have not touched it. These are the number of gems that I got simply from killing Marauders. 5,280 gems. Let's claim them. Easy. Perfect. But that's not all. We have here 327 Kingdom Supply chests. Yes, it took me a pretty substantial amount of AP, but I'd only really been hoarding from one KvK to another. So, let's open these and see what we get. And I am being mindful of time because I want to talk about troop training. Why don't we do it? So let's open 25 at a time and let's see. You can get 3-day speed ups, you can get gems, you can get all sorts of sweet stuff from this. So, in this one we got some individual credits, 2 days of speed ups at least. About 100 gems there. 200 gems there. So got some good rewards there. Let's do it again. That's 30 hours of speed ups. Another 3 days of speed ups. Another day and a couple hours. Some more gems. Do it again. A couple of keys. It's 21 hours. Another day or so there. A couple days. No, almost 2 days. And no 3-day. That's okay. Some more gems. Another day or so of speed ups. Another day of speed ups. Another day of speed ups. No 3 days yet. I'm waiting. 8 hour. 30 hours. Some more gems. Another full day. No 3 days. I'm waiting. There we go. That's another full day. Some res, some gems. I'm not even looking at the gems. I'm looking at the speed ups. Okay. Another full day. 18 hours, another full day. Not bad. Okay, we'll come back to that, so stay tuned. But before we get too far, we have 2 minutes left in the day, and so I wanted to be sure that I can show you the new rewards. So here are the new rewards for Pre-KvK. Yes, they changed them. I know, really neat. So with that, for training troops, to get the maximum number of awards, you have to spend or earn 200,000 points. For reference, that's 20,000, 20 points per T1000, 20 points per T5 unit. So I believe that's about 20,000 troops. I personally had 44,000 ready to pop. So I just claimed them. But what's important about this is you can get exhibit coins from this, which is a really, really big deal because they've been hard to come by up until now. So should you train 20,000 troops, if I were you, I would pop a buff in advance. If you pop a buff in advance, then you can very easily claim these, get all the rewards. Aside from that, is it worth training all the way through? My personal opinion is no. But we'll get there at the end when I go through all the different stages, how you earn points, etc. Okay, here we are. The day has changed. Here are the Marauder Encampment rewards. So it doesn't look like they have relic coins for us. So these are unchanged, it seems. You can get some points, some res, some speed ups. No, I would not go for this. This is not terribly appealing to me. But let's talk about this for a little bit. So stage 1 is Marauders. How can we do well in Marauders? The way you're going to be able to really excel in Marauders is by having 5 full T5 cavalry marches. I know, Shappy, that seems like kind of a lot. If you can't run T5, you can run T4. The goal of this is you want to have five marches of roughly the same speed, because the issue with Marauders, as you'll find, is that you can kill them very quickly. And so you want all of your marches to arrive at just about the same time. Additionally, they can't just be any primary commander. No, that would be too easy. But you really want to maximize your rewards. And the way that you're going to do that is by running peacekeeping commanders. So commanders with the peacekeeping tree, and you want to be sure that you're getting the AP reduction. That's this insight skill right here. If you do that, then you will be able to get more satchels and trade them in. You get 7 satchels at once. And that is what gets you these chests that I was just opening. I will come back to opening them, I promise. I know you want to see the rest of the rewards, but you gotta wait till the end. I know, Shappy's mean. I don't mean to be mean. But that is the plan here. And so you want to be running 5 cavalry marches. Use peacekeeping commanders. And this, and the value cannot be understated, teleport away from the rest of your alliance. I know this is kind of counterintuitive, but I promise you it makes sense. You want to teleport back to a Z1. And the reason for this is that these Marauders will spawn and then despawn. But in an area like Z3, you're going to be competing with a lot of other people in your alliance, and even your kingdom in general, just to try and kill these Marauders. And there is a delay before they respawn. So you want to teleport all the way back to Z1. Doesn't matter. I promise if you're playing Arc, you've got extra teleports. Teleport all the way back there. Run 5 cavalry marches with peacekeeping commanders. And just swarm on them. Spend lots of AP. Make sure that all of your marches are moving at roughly the same speed. Because if they are not, then you may end up losing AP by going over the cap. So something I like to do is I'll come in here and I'll pop a bunch of these 1,000 APs or 500 APs, and I'll go above the cap. The problem is if you go above the cap, which is 1,600 in my case, and then you have a march that doesn't arrive and you try and target a new target, you're going to get 0 AP points refunded. And so that will have just been a lost cause. So just keep that in mind. Again, that's 5 cavalry marches. If you can get a march speed boost, go for it. That could be either Rune or Justice. And that's how you're going to really optimize your chances. Something else you're going to want to do. Trade often. So the way it works is you will open these satchels. And satchels have the chance to have one of 7 different blueprints. You open these satchels in bulk. I don't open satchels unless I have 50 at a time or more. If you have more than 50, open them. If you have less than it, I would avoid opening them. And the reason is that you want to make sure that you are getting as many of each type of print as possible. So just keep that in mind as you're going through these Marauders. And trade often. I know there's this whole thought that you don't want to be trading too often. But remember, Marauders are only 2 full days. It used to be 3. I'm bummed. It's okay. I'll get over it. But you want to be opening those satchels at 50 and trading often. If you find you're less on one, you can come in and exchange a blueprint. So just something to keep in mind. The second stage is training. The way that I like to prepare for training is by preparing buffs in advance. So I'll talk about this for Mightiest Governor event, but if you come into your items and you go to boosts, you can see that you have these lovely reserves. If your kingdom is popping buffs for MGE, you can usually pop yours then, or you can pop yours in advance. I will point out, if you're a normal player and you don't have more than just a rune, it'll likely take you 16 days or so just for a 22,000 T5 buff or boost to finish. And so it'll take you just about 16 days. So you want to plan to pop these 16 days before the second day or the third day of KvK, which is, or of pre-KvK. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you haven't popped your boosts, should you be training? I would say no. And the reason I would say no is if you scroll back just a little bit, you'll see the rewards are. Beyond 20,000 troops, there are not rewards for training troops. And so in pre-KvK, the way that you're really going to get rewarded is by looking at your rankings, which will load here, or they won't, but that's fine. We can go to rewards. It's by looking at your rankings. And this is what makes it so ridiculous. The number of troops that people tend to train during pre-KvK will, at best, maybe get you top 300. If you're a whale, maybe you'll get top 100. But again, even top 100, you get 3 gold heads. Oh, wow. It's not worth it. If you're going to be training troops and your kingdom is not as active as the others in your KvK, it is not worth it for you to train in this event. You're better off training in almost any other event, whether it be MGE, pushing power, speed ups, etc. This event is really not great. You can also train during Zenith, which might be better for you. Even rank 1 will only get 60 heads here. So if we take a look at rank 1 here, he would have won MGE with this amount of training. But he didn't. He trained for Pre-KvK. That's cool. Happy for him. Matt is a great guy. He probably won't even see the shout out. But the reason that you might want to train comes down to kingdom rank. So if we look at kingdom rank, you can see the different rewards. You've got rank 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and beyond. If your kingdom has a chance of ranking 1, you want to train, because training is by far the most rewarding in terms of points for Pre-KvK. Marauders and Marauder forts won't do anything for you. They'll help you in terms of individual rewards, but beyond that, they won't really help you. If you are pushing for rank 1, then great. If you're pushing for rank 2 or 3, I would not train. And the reason for that is that rank 4 gives you training speed, which is huge. You can use that in KvK. That's really a great buff. And rank 6 gets you march speed. So this KvK is only 4 kingdoms, so it doesn't matter as much. But the kingdom ranks aren't that important. The 2% damage is nice, but the 1% you're not really going to see, if I'm going to be honest. And so training during KvK or during Pre-KvK has to be a kingdom-wide initiative if you're going to do it. Now let's talk about Stage 3. Stage 3 is the Marauder encampments. The benefit of these is, yeah, you get some rewards. You get a couple hours of speed ups, which is nice. Not anywhere near the same as the Marauders themselves, but that's okay. So realistically, here's how you're going to get points. Destroy 1 Marauder encampment. As a kingdom, you get 50,000 points. As an individual, you get 10,000. So you need to destroy, looks like 5 of them. It's not bad. And then you get the max amounts of rewards. So that's easy. Should you be spending a lot of AP in this event? I would say no. And the reason I would say no is that in KvK, in the Past Glory event, which if you haven't seen the video, check it out. I'll try and link it here. It'll be on the top right. In Past Glory, the second stage of Past Glory, I believe, has an event in which you can rally forts and get rewarded. And you can get speed ups, you can get res, far more so than this. If you have AP to spend, you want to be sure that you're spending that in the first stage where you can hunt Marauders. I personally like to spend the majority of my AP there. But Shappy, what about Honor? Honor is nice if you're pushing for Honor. If you are a normal player who does not have the AP to push for Honor and is not going to spend gems and money on it, it doesn't matter. It matters for your alliance. If you have an active alliance, it's great. But as an individual contributor, you are not going to make that much difference. You will make far more difference using those Marauder rewards, which we'll get to at the end, to speed up the healing of troops, to speed up the training of troops, the gems to pop buffs. There's so much other benefits from Marauders that I will promise you that is the best AP event in the game. Now, something else that I really appreciate. Marauders and Marauder encampments count as forts for Lucerne. So you should be participating. I'm probably going to do a bunch of forts because I can. I'm not going to be popping a whole bunch of AP because, again, AP is best for Marauders, and otherwise you should use them in the Past Glory event. But if you have AP, your daily amount, use them for these. Because these forts do count for the Lucerne Scroll Barbarian forts, and Marauders do count for the Barbarians. So you always want to be sure you're completing these, especially if you're buying Lucerne, because it makes a difference. So I've kept you guys on the line. I know I started opening them, then I stopped. I really wanted to show you the rewards for day 2 and day 3 back to back so you can see the relic coins, because those are really the new rewards, and I think that's a big deal. I think those coins are hard to come by. I think if you haven't trained your 20,000 troops, you should. That is my thing here. You should train up to 20,000 troops because those relic coins are hard to come by. Pop a boost in advance so you're not using a bunch of speed ups for that. Trust me. Otherwise, if you're talking about training 20,000 troops at once to try and get those relic coins, it's a little bit more of an endeavor. Okay, I've strung you along. Let's finish opening them. We do it in batches of 25. This is personal preference. There is absolutely no statistical significance to this. I just like to do batches of 25. Okay, 2 golden keys. We got 18 hours, 16 hours, full day. Not bad. No 3-day speed ups yet. You can get them. Got some more gems. 15 hours, another full day. Yes! Yes! We got 6 days of speed ups right here just from 25 of these chests. Okay, another 15 hours. What do we got? What do we got? Some gems. 2 full days. Oh no, no on 25. Okay. 200 gems. Some gold keys. A little bit of speed ups. It's a nice event for materials. I mean, really, the Marauders are by far the most rewarding use of AP in the game. If you disagree with me, that's okay. Let me know in the comment section below. I think they're the best. Okay, another 16 hours. Another full day. Another full day. Not bad. And some more hours. It's 12 hours. Not bad. Another 8 hour. Last 2. Another 3 hours. So, let me know what you guys think. I think I've made my opinion pretty clear. And these are just compensation chests. I believe that the second stage of Pre-KvK is worth training for up to the 20,000. Marauders, spend all of your AP on. It's worth it. It pays off. It helps your kingdom. It helps you. Marauder forts, I'd probably lay off of. Don't use your AP pots. They're better going to be used during Past Glory Stage 2, where you can fight barbs or do forts. Bear in mind, the forts do count for Lucerne, as do the barbarians. I hope that this event has been helpful for you. I hope that it's provided a little bit of guidance, giving you some clarity on what you should be doing in the new Pre-KvK. I hope that you've enjoyed. I know I have. If this doesn't warrant a subscribe, I don't know what does. If you do want to subscribe, that's going to be over on the right-hand corner. Click that little subscribe button, hit the bell down below. I am going to be covering this entire KvK. It is 2155 Roni's Kingdom versus 1307, which is Drago's Kingdom. And I'm in 2120, and I'm with 2155. It's going to be a fun time. Thank you. Shappy out.